What's up, beautiful people? How y'all living? I hope to the best of your ability and real well. I know a few people got some questions about certain individuals becoming sick, being sick, or developing some sort of sickness. Um, I'm not gonna put no names out there because they know who they are. But of course they're sick. Of course they're sick. I mean, health is wealth. And it should never be something taken lightly because how can you pass on a legacy or anything generational with a sickness? And not only that, not willing to seek the proper um, herbs or medicines to combat such illness. Well, some people may disagree, but most, I must say, if not most, 80% of your sickness starts out spiritual and then it is downloaded into the 3D. As above, so below. It's a real thing. So the difference is a spiritual sickness. Spiritual sickness is something that's festering, could be karma. It could be a lot of different issues like high blood pressure, thyroids, cancer. All these different issues stem from certain health problems. You know what I'm saying? That can be healed. Everything can be healed. There's nothing on this planet that cannot be healed. But to have uh, a certain kind of sickness that's basically spiritual is something that has to be dealt with through the Most High creator of everything above and below. It is the entity that awarded you with this such thing, this sickness, this illness, that you go to doctors and nurses, they can't pick it up. On a medical table, on a grid, computer system. It's not gonna register. Why? Because it's a spiritual sickness. So that means no doctor in the physical 3D can help you at all. I mean, they can look. You can have symptoms of all kind of things, but it's nothing gonna come up. That's how you know you're under spiritual attack, or certain attacks that you've put out have boomerang back to you. Because as they say, what goes up must come down. And the sign of the eight infinity, everything has its perfect place. So what goes around definitely comes around. And the season that we're living in right now, karma doesn't take necessarily the next life cycle or the cycle after that. You can actually achieve immediate karma and karmic justice right within the same, in some situations, instantly. But it's not given, years from now or next life cycle. I mean, that's over with. That's why this ascension is so prevalent. This is so important for people to get aligned, because once the split initially happened, it has happened, but once it's complete, those who vibrate at the 3D realm are going to be left here on the 3D, and those in the 5D are going to continue to ascend. Um, Not going to elaborate on exactly how that's going to happen, but you continue doing your research, studying, showing yourself approved. Your spirit guides, your ancestors of the highest light, high low ancestors of the underworld, whoever you resonate with or whoever you connect with will download the information into your vessel or into your car, which is the human body. It's how we move around on this realm, this meat suit. the soul is basically uh, a seat of the soul. That's the pineal gland. You know, if you was to have a little man or a little woman to be inside your brain, right above the eyebrows, they call pineal gland. You know, which is the host. Which host is the car or the vehicle. The vehicle. You know, the human body. But such things that are happening now, some will say, well, why you took so long? I mean, it ain't that I took so long, I just wasn't being heard. And it never does anybody any justice to put out information that nobody is willing to listen to or research on their own. So at that point, why move forward? There's no need to. Actually, it's something that was meant to be used as a blessing to make people become aware. They're allowed to develop into a curse, which is something that's a little too late to turn back. You know, sexual mischief, greed, things of that nature have set in. And at this point, you have to play it all the way out. You know, I can't tell you how karma is going to work because I am not karma. I'm a form of karma, but not naturally or spiritually. You could just say that I may assist in certain situations due to my contract, of course. But you know, don't be a fool and don't let nobody continue to lie to you. They say a lot of people will be deceived. Well, if you allow yourself to become deceived, it's nobody's fault but your own. Because even now, with all of the program and everything else, it's a time of enlightenment. And you know better. When you know better, you do better. Yeah, certain situations and circumstances and choices that you may have to make may separate you from people that you love or that you think you love. But that's all a part of the process. That's what we call evolving. Nobody at the top is reaching down to pick people up to bring them up there with them. You either evolve with them or you get left behind, and that's the course of human nature. That's the course of nature in itself. You know, you're a cell and you're a sin. You can't bring everybody with you, nor will everybody be able to come. So at that point, you make yourself a priority. You know what I'm saying? And making yourself a priority, magnetically, once you ascend so high, those things in which you desire and want will attract itself to you on the same frequency, of course. You know, it won't be low vibrational energy. That's how you know when people plan on your intelligence. You know, when you're dealing with somebody that seems like you're going through the same cycle, that's because you have trauma somewhere that you haven't healed. And until you heal that trauma, you will continue to encounter the same situations, the same relationships, the same addictions. Until you heal that trauma, that particular trauma, you be like, well, I just seem to meet the same people. Well, that's because you were the same person. Until you change or make a change, you know, or evolve and, ascend to a higher frequency, nothing will change. Everything will stay exactly as it is. That's why you have to ascend. You know what I'm saying? It's not, or you can spend your whole life just in the 3D and just come back next life cycle if it's available. Or you might come back as a rock, a fly, a spider. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? It depends on your enlightenment. But I hope y'all take knowledge and note of what I'm telling you. And I'm not gonna tell you to believe what I'm saying at all. Please do your own research in its entirety, and whatever it is that you come up with, along with your spiritual guides and guidance, I hope it helps you excel in a sin in a timely manner, a respectable manner. Enjoy your weekend.